Hi there guys, it's Dan here with your weekly update. Just starting here with the gold market. Really interesting place here. We've got a very mature sort of storyteller. Had a wonderful move down, and I've now kind of got these sort of money lines, which is these sort of fib expansion areas. So basically, I'll just do this for you. What I've done is I've kind of measured these previous moves, because anticipating a bit of a rally. And actually, if we look here on the 4-hour chart, we have sort of multiple waves of divergence here. 1, 2, 3 here. And actually, we're seeing this now. You see this kind of reversal zone where we've reversed. I've been trading this today. Really nice move. Took quite a lot of patience. Took a little while to get going, but look, you can see we've reversed right off these sort of fib zones, and now we're in an interesting place. We've broken a bit of a trend line here. Could we have some more upside? And so if I look at that in terms of upside, I've got to look at previous moves here on the daily to try and work out, how far could this go? And so I'm looking at sort of previous, decent size kind of retracements here. And, first off, I'm kind of measuring this one and then perhaps this one. And there's some nice sort of symmetry there in those two. I can already see it just, visually here. I can actually grab my tool and low to high here, just pop that onto current price where we bounced from. It's similar here. It looks like a similar length move. And actually, there you go. Look, see how I'm moving that, or it snaps right into place. So, if we do turn green here on the daily, we could get a bit of a pop up in gold. And even to the previous low here, because it's pretty mature. And really, this is to do with support. It's to do with the moving averages. Look where we have hit. We've just bounced right off the 200 period moving average on the weekly. A lovely little rally here. And do we do the usual thing of kind of ping-ponging between them, which is basically, we pop up to the 8 period moving average, somewhere in here. So expecting a rally in gold. It's already started on the 4-hour chart. We've had a closed green sort of buy in the PTS here. And we can look at some PTS targets there. We just configure this. Let's get my entry. You can see here, and I've got obviously the historical entries here, but the current one, we could be getting up into these realms. We're not far off the first target. So a little pop up in gold. We've been trading that nicely, a bit of an advanced setup. But certainly, I think if it does rally, then if we pan out kind of on the monthly, then we've been at support, but really we're only the first two kind of red candles on the monthly. And I think we've spoken about this in the past. Are we going to do this like we had before? We were at this same place. It very similar, had this big double top, and when you have sort of tops in commodities, you tend to get a really strong sell-off. So I think we might just rally, for the next day, maybe next week. And then if we kind of rally, let's grab here an arrow, we rally into this sort of zone, we could see it roll over and maybe go for an even bigger move down, especially if we start getting momentum triggers and things like that. So, caution to the upside is sort of a bit of an intraday or just a short-term rally potentially here because of the monthly and the weekly support. Daily could turn green for a few days, and then around here on this sort of money line zone that I've projected, we could see the next leg down. So really interesting, bit of focus there on gold. So to the stock markets, as usual, in an interesting place. We've had this rally. If we look here on the daily, and we have, as we rolled over here, we were looking for this red momentum trigger, and it did push down, and we had sort of a day's worth of reasonable trading. But then we got a bit of a reversal candle here, and we failed to make a new low. And then from there, we just rallied quite hard, and we've popped above all the moving averages here, and we've turned green. So, you know, look, we've got a green momentum trigger. You can see I've painted a bit of a triangle here with trend line you know, across the highs and the lows. We've burst out that now, and today, again, another trade I've taken is, you know, as we popped up, we turned white. We're a bit, you know, a bit of a frustrating day yesterday, I'm sure, for some who were looking for it to continue. But if we look at the sort of 1 hour, you know, 4 hour chart, it was a big move here. So it's no surprise now we're kind of getting this sort of flat sideways action. Actually, we popped down back down to that kind of daily support here. So we're going to see if that holds. If that holds, you know, today, maybe we, and I took a bit of a you know, a bit of a day trade really off this support here, off the 50 period moving average, and it's, you know, played out nice to about 100 or 150 pips or so, which was great. But you know, we're looking really probably for the next wave down. I think, do we have a complete kind of U-shaped target here like this? So we do just rally up, and then from there, that's where we make the next big move down. If we look at the sort of monthly, weekly, you know, a lot like gold, we are early. We're still early here. We've still got red PTS. And so longer term, is there more downside? We're just trapped a bit in between the moving averages. So, you know, potential of more downside to go. If we rally a little bit higher, I'll be stalking this kind of moving average here, 32,420 zone, 32,475, to see if the up move stalls, and then we get the next leg down. So I'm flexible on stocks, really, absolutely flexible. And we turned green, and so we've gone with that momentum. We'll go with the PTS. It's keeping us nice and safe so far, and looking for you know, the next. I'll just delete these here from the last time. So yeah, just looking to see, you know, if we do, this support does hold, we could push up higher. We could absolutely push up higher. And, you know, next high to attack is this sort of 33,000 range. It's pretty similar in the German DAX. It's not quite as sort of bullish, the DAX. It is green on the chart. It just, the moving averages weren't quite so sort of collected. So it's a little bit stuck. We do have a daily momentum trigger here. So, you know, it's worth noting we lost this momentum here. You know, we've pushed up, and so we are closing green. Again, we just have a look at the pro trading PTS here. If I put it on the chart now, you can see we've got targets up to 13,704. So I'd be keen for it to come out of these moving averages and stay out, to sort of get, you know, be a bit more confident in to the long side, really. So we'll see how that progresses. Just close that off, and you know, just a bit of focus there really on stocks and the gold market. Really, they're the sort of main markets I'm kind of trading. Crude, we'll just have a quick look at crude here. So crude has been in a bit of a channel here. You can see it. I've got the top of the channel there, and then, you know, the bottom of the channel, you can kind of find it here somewhere, something like that. We're in a bit of a channel, so be really interesting to see how this plays. We tried to push up, we just hit the top of the channel, and now we're, you know, onwards, we're going down again. And it's because really the weekly has turned red, but we are a bit in between moving averages. And so we've got to remain flexible, you know, follow the red, follow the short signals. Again, could we have a bigger sell-off like gold? You know, any rallies are being sold off. That is the potential. But we're at a major support here. You know, there is previous lows. You see all these lows here. Yeah, we are in the same arena. So if we do turn green on the daily, then we'll follow that, and, you know, so it will be a buy signal. So it did turn green here. Obviously, not been stopped out on the PTS yet. You know, I don't think it will do. You know, it could push up more So we'll see. If it breaks out of this channel, I'll be very interested in getting long again, the upside. But once more, just sort of flexibility required. And then just the last market, I just want to have a quick look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has turned green, okay? It's been green for a few days now. And it's just trying to work its way through these moving averages. And once again, you know, we've got to quite a big sort of, you know, around the round number 24,000 and just popped on down. So I'm just watching to see if we can find some support here. I'll just zoom in on that. You know, we've got PTS targets again. You know, it's green. Until that changes, I'll happily go long on some Bitcoin. I need to see it again break out of these moving averages, and then if we do, then we could get to 26,976 as the next move up. So yeah, nice sort of rounded bottom here, and we're trying to rally. And I think we again, once again, kind of at a real kind of monthly support. You know, look at this. How many times do we see this where price just rejects the lows at the previous high? And you know, that's pretty much what we've done here. So really nice, you know, and the only resistance, or the next resistance really is up at this 25,600, and you know, it's around the PTS target. So looking good for more long side. But yeah, flexible, again, I think flexibility in these markets is the way to go, especially if you're a day trader. Right, I hope that helps. Have a good rest of your day, and I shall speak to you soon.